What is up, guys? My name is Andrew. Welcome back to Space Engineers. This is episode number 17, and I've got a lot to talk about before we do anything. Last episode was episode number 16, but in between 16 and this episode, we did have a Space Engineers live stream. Now, if you missed it, or you weren't aware that it was going to go on, make sure you go down in the description and join my Discord server. That's where I typically announce this sort of thing. Last time it wasn't really planned. I mean, I kind of decided 2 hours in advance that I was like, you know what, I feel like live streaming today. Let's do it. So I pretty much notified all the Discord people, and some of them showed up. Any of you guys who showed up, thank you so much for all your tips and suggestions, and thanks for hanging out. It was fun. But I want to go over a couple of things that we did on the live stream. So, well, we didn't do this on the live stream. You can see that the ship is in kind of bad shape, and actually this just happened because I went out on a little mining expedition, and I wasn't careful, and this happened. So always be careful with your ships, especially if it doesn't have upward facing thrusters. We ended up flipping over, and somehow I managed to kind of flip it back over again, but not without cost. So let's see. Yeah, you're probably gonna notice something a bit different. This is something that we did during the live stream, and I've actually worked on it a little bit off camera. That's why that's broken, because I was going to get some iron to do that. But yeah, so this is one thing that we did during the live stream. It's one thing that we decided during that is that I would make a hangar for that big ship right there. And of course, it's ginormous. It's not only going to be for that big ship. For now, it's for the big ship because that's the only thing we have. But eventually, this hangar could be used for other stuff as well. Once we kind of mine this out, we'll have area for, we could have this big ship in here, or when this big ship is kind of over somewhere else, we could have other stuff in here, like maybe our small ships could hang out. I don't know. I plan on having like a ginormous bay for a couple things, like maybe we'll do like wheeled vehicles as well. This is where we put them, so it's like a gigantic garage. And actually, you know, I just thought of a really cool idea. So originally what I was going to do is I was going to flatten this all out and it'd just be one big floor. But what if the floor starts on, well, I don't have any steel plates to build, but what if the floor starts on like this level, or like this level right here? So that's where the floor starts, and then under it are some little garages for smaller ships and or vehicles. I don't know, just an idea. I think it sounds pretty cool, and I think in practice it would be super awesome. So maybe that's something we might want to do. But I thought this whole thing would look really cool in addition to our base over there, and we got a little bit of performance issues. I've been getting more and more performance issues from these meteors, so I think I might turn them off at some point if it becomes unbearable, you know. But what I want to do currently, the only way this is connected to our base is with this weird little staircase that I made, just so that they were on the same kind of base instead of this being a separate base. But I do plan to integrate that a little bit more. Maybe I'll mine out some of this and build some base underground right here, and then it would like come in here. I don't know. We'll decide what to do there. But that's one thing that we did. Another thing that we did is we did a little bit of work on the ship, and I'm actually having trouble remembering if we added these thrusters during the stream or during episode 16. Here's the question. During episode 16, did we ever get the thing to hover? If not, this thing does hover now properly. It can hover. The only problem is that it has a little bit of trouble kind of leveling itself out, but that's because it doesn't have thrusters. Also, last time we tried to hover, this happened. We kind of scraped against this. That happened during the stream. So yeah, but we do have it able to hover now. I think it was during the stream that we did this. Another thing we did is we finally completed this ginormous thing right here. We added some buttons for it as well. This is the hangar. So if we press this, that's the Star Wars stuff. There's our hangar. Our hangar itself is not really complete. It's got a couple of missing walls, but I think it's getting along pretty well. So that's this. And that's that. What else do we do there? I think that's all that we did during the stream is mess with the ship and also kind of planned out where this would be right here. Now, a couple of you guys suggested that for a structure this big, I go into creative mode and then build it in like a separate world and then blueprint it and then bring it back over and use a projector. But that sounded so complicated. So what I did is I spent pretty much an hour off camera and just kind of filled out everything, and honestly I think it works fine. I mean, I don't know how to use the blueprints and stuff. I searched for how to use that stuff. It seemed a little bit complicated. So yeah, but one thing I want to do, well actually the first thing I want to do, and it's something that we really need to do because we're running out of iron. If we go and check, you'll see yeah, we have no iron now because we've been making steel plates. But the first thing that I want to do is I want to fix up this ship right here. We're doing a little bit of repair. Repair simulator. So first thing, let's get all the. Well, first we got to get this battery because I know the battery exploded when I had my mishap. So let's go and grab another battery, which we have right here. We'll stick that. Let's make sure it's the proper way. I think that's how we had it. Yeah, that's how we had it. Okay. Stick that right there. What do we need for this? We need some construction components, computers, power cells, and more construction components. So do we have any of those things here? I see computers. I see nothing else. Construction components. Where are power cells? I know we had a bunch, but we might have grabbed them and brought them with us when we went. Actually, they'd be in this ship, wouldn't they? Let me real quick check on this. Hello, ship. Doth thou have construction or thingamajigs on you? No, you do not. Okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna have to make some power cells, but that shouldn't be too hard unless it requires steel, which I'm now thinking it might. So, please don't require steel. Where is it? Power things, power cells. We'll make 100 of them. Iron. Yeah, it requires iron. That's not good. Whatever. It'll be fine. Let's do another quick check. Okay, power. So yeah, we only have one, so that's not great. But we might be able to get away with. It's no big deal. I mean, we have the other battery working right now, so we could just go on a little mission, get some iron, and then come back with this. But I don't know. Or we can go mine some iron by hand. I'm not sure. But you guys want to know why I flipped over on this thing? I was mining a rock, right? And when you mine rocks, sometimes there are remnant pieces that kind of float in midair that you didn't get mined. And I hit one of those, and the ship kind of spun over. It was not great. It all happened so fast. I didn't know what was happening, and yeah, that happened. So small steel tubes, another thing we need. Small steel tubes. We do have some of those. We also need motors. Motor. We do have plenty of those as well. So that's gonna fix up all these. Make sure all this stuff. We need interior plates. We have some right there. Awesome. All right, make sure all this is fixed. Bzz. Once all this is fixed, we can go about getting these thrusters, because the thrusters are typically the last thing that I worry about. Large steel tube and metal grid. All right, large steel tube right there, metal grid right there. So that should fix up this right there. Awesome. Now one of our engines completely exploded off the ship. That wasn't amazing, but yeah. I'm just glad we were able to salvage this thing because it was crazy. It was completely upside down on the top of a cliff. Like to roll it back over, I had to basically jump it off the cliff, and as it was in midair falling, I had to roll it using the gyroscopes. That was fun. It was very, very scary. Very scary. But let's fix up these as well, because I know some of these were broken there. And in fact, wow, it completely disconnected this right here. Okay, well, we have our interior plates, so we should be able to fix this up as well. Let's hook that up right there and connect that. Awesome. Do another one right here. Connect that, and we need a straight piece here. There we go. Is that everything? Yep. Turn green. No, you're not turning green because you're not. The ship's not on. Okay, the ship's turned off. I like to turn off the ship while it's parked. Okay. Are we good here? Do you have anything in you? No, you don't. I was kind of hoping it had some iron in it, but no, it does not. Okay, last thing we need to do is we need to get these engines sorted. We need one right here, big engine, and a small engine right here. We also need a small engine right here. I didn't notice that one at first. So let's do this one first. I think we can, yeah, right there's probably a good spot. Now we need another engine kind of right here. Sorry for the weird angle I'm standing at, but that happens. And finally, we need a ginormous engine right there. Okay, you need more motors. You need more motors. And what about you? More motors. All right. Well, that can be arranged as long as we have motors. We don't have motors. All right, you know what we're going to have to do then? We're going to have to go on a quick little expedition to go and grab some iron because motors do require iron. Oh, ooh, scrap metal. Can we use this? Put the scrap metal in there. Production, stop building that. Stop building that as well. We're going to build some motors. We have iron and nickel. I believe we have both of these. Oh, wait, I have to... Excuse me. I have to go in and put this as the priority. Kaboom. I don't know how many that's going to give us, but yeah, that's not enough. Well, it's still building, so maybe... How much iron do we have? We didn't get very much iron from that, so... Yeah, that's probably not enough, but it might... I mean, it might be just enough. We'll see. Okay, so we'll at least be able to get this one. Yeah. And maybe this one as well. Nope, we need a couple more motors for that. Okay, well, I'm going to go on a quick little mining expedition. Just like one inventory full of iron, and I'll be right back. Or maybe you can go on the mining expedition with me. Why not? It's going to be very, very quick. We're just going to hop over there and grab pretty much 9,000 iron. And, yeah. This is our little iron hole, and I'm sure you've seen this before. We've probably cut to it before. But we're just going to go right in here. And it's big enough for a ship now, because we've been... Ooh, that looks weird with the light on. All right, spam F while mining. Spam. That's what I do. I spam F while mining, and then... excuse me. And then once I've mined a couple of them... Yeah, there we go. There's a bunch of rocks on the ground. Let's make sure I don't have any stone. I do not. And we're good to go. Why is my voice being weird? My voice always gets weird when I record sometimes. It's fine normally. And then when I record, it's just like... bleh. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing it. Yesterday I recorded 5 videos. One of which is out today. Well, yeah, I don't know when this video will be out Wednesday most likely. So one of which was out yesterday in that case. Welcome back to the Home Sweet Home, where we can refine some stuff. Go right there. And that should be enough for all the motors that we're going to need. And then we are going to need some power cells once again. Let's pop some of those in there. Is that... I want to check on our production. Make sure it's... Okay. Because sometimes Assembler 2 is doing something weird while Assembler 1 is doing something different. Okay. Let's hop over here and see if that's enough to repair this thing. Well, okay. So, not enough for the battery. The battery still needs some stuff. But the... come on. I'm trying to get the... Flying and doing that's a little bit weird. Okay. We need a couple more motors. Oops. Oh, no. Stop making power cells. We don't need that many. Power cells. Stop. We do need more motors, though. So I'll make a bunch of motors. But power cells, we only need a couple of them. Like, literally. We only need, like, 2 more. Yeah. So there's our battery. Awesome. Finally, we need a couple motors to fix up that thing. And then we're good. So let's grab a couple of those. And we'll be all set. Alright, and that's fixed. Let's do a quick little check to make sure all of our systems are working. We might have to rebind a couple of the systems as well. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Nothing really happened, so. I mean, nothing really happened to any of the critical systems, like the miners and the other stuff. But I think we are good. It's looking pretty solid. Let me make sure you guys are all fixed. And you guys, anything on top has the potential to be damaged since we did roll over quite a few times. I think that's everything. All right, well, we need more iron, so we're going to go on a quick little mining expedition. And we're probably going to go down into that hole because I think that's, honestly, I think it's safer to go in there than to do what I was doing with the rock, which sounds weird, but I don't know. Let's test this thing out. Flying, okay, it's working. Can it go left? Can it go right? Can it go forward, backward? Yep, we're good. I should just fly it around like this. Because it goes super fast when it goes backwards. Alright, quick little mining expedition, and I'll be right back, and then we can start working on probably that ship right there. I want to get it into there today. That's my goal. Well, actually, we don't have a floor on that place, so maybe not. But I do want to at least give it, like, front-back thrusters. So, that is our goal. Let's go get some iron. Be right back. Okay, even though I can't see anything here, it does... I think it's the best viewpoint to stay at, because when I'm outside my viewpoint, when I'm in third-person mode, for instance, it's hard to see that line that's above my crosshair, and that tells me how level I am. So if I lose track of that line, it's very, very possible that my ship will become upside down, and that's one thing that I do not want to happen. So keeping an eye on that weight on the bottom right over there. The weight is 30,000 is roughly what we want to go to. If we go any further, we are very likely to not be able to fly anymore. So once we get to 30,000, we will stop mining, and that'll be the end of our mining expedition. Oh, cool little thing, by the way. I don't know if you guys, well, I'm sure you guys noticed because I've already talked about them as well. The performance issues in this game when meteors happen or when the game autosaves. So is that a CPU-related issue, or is that a GPU-related issue, or is that a game-related issue? Like, what causes that? Because I have a new GPU coming in tomorrow. or I guess today when this video is released, which should be a little bit better than the current one I have. And I want to know if that issue is going to go away or what. Okay, looks like we have probably about enough. Here's the question: do I want more? Let's get a little bit more. It's risky. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Okay, next thing we want to do, we want to try and find our way back. Son of a... That's bad. That's really bad. What did we do? What did we just explode? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. We exploded our battery. The good one, too. Wow, that's really bad. And we exploded our thruster that... Oh, no. Okay, we can't get out of here. We are stuck here. We've somehow managed to... We didn't destroy our battery. We destroyed our thruster. Alright, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. If I can manage to aim myself up like this, we've still got our back thruster. So we lost our thruster that points down, which is really bad because that's the one that keeps us up. However... Oh, no, that's not going to work either. These thrusters won't be able to keep us up, will they? Okay, we're going to have to actually do some repairs then. There's no way that we get out of this without repairing our ship here. We're back, and we got everything that we need. We've got all the stuff. Let's fix this up. There we go. That is fixed now. Is anything else broken? You're broken, but you don't really matter that much. You're out of battery, but you don't matter that much. The other one's fine. All right, let's get out of here. We need to find the hole that we made. Let's press V and check to see where that is. Okay, that's right above us. Let's go forward a little bit. We're going to go up as well. And what happens if one of our batteries goes out? Are we going to lose half of our power? I think that might be the case, so let's not let that happen. Oops, we're hitting something on the side there. And I think we're out. We are freedom! Unless we hit the, like, top or something. Let's do this. Just in case. Alright, we got some rocks in our viewport, but that's fine. Okay, we are A-okay. That's awesome. Let me see. Okay, so I put that a little bit higher this time, just so that it's less susceptible to being knocked off. But I think it's going to be fine. Alright, let's continue on our final voyage to home sweet home. We got more than 100,000 iron, so this should set us for quite a bit. Actually, I keep saying that every time we get more iron, and it's never enough. So it'll set us for a little bit. Ow. Okay. Bad problem. We had a bad problem. That was not good. That was really bad. What did... Poor atmospheric thruster. We lost our main battery. And this one's pretty much dead. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Okay. Quick fix. What can we do here? I'm thinking, first of all, we got to repair all this stuff. So get motors in here. This is our second explosion on this one trip. But I should be able to repair this. Well, no, I can't repair that, apparently. As far as the power goes, let's get another battery on here, and then let's get a reactor on here as well, a small one, just so we can power everything. I think that might be the best idea here. So battery. I can't believe we just knocked our ship out again. We need power cells and computers.
Inbound.
Oh my god. I thought I lost it. Wow. I had forgotten where I parked. Or parked. I forgot where I crashed. Let's put it that way. Okay, we should have everything required for this. That's one of those. Okay, next thing we wanted to do was we wanted to get a small reactor on there just so that we can power up some of this stuff. That might be good. So what had happened there, by the way? I don't know if... We're not going to hit by a meteor, are we? Jesus Christ, that looks majestic. What had happened there is I accidentally tapped the down button. And when you tap the down button, you keep going down because you have so much weight that it's very difficult to go back up. So we tapped the down button and we started going down, but then our thrusters couldn't bring us back up. So what I did is I tried to angle myself in such a way that we could use more thrusters to try and go back up. But that didn't work either, as you could imagine. And yeah, bad things happen. So we're looking for more motors. All right, there we go. And you needed motors as well. So no, you did. Awesome. You're now powered up. Last thing we got to do is we got to stick this full of uranium. That should power up these things right here. You guys are still red. Oh, we lost one of those. That's why. Okay. But you guys are green. Awesome. So it should be A-okay for flight here. Let's, we are good. Oops. Whoop. Don't want to do that. Let's turn ourselves around. Ship fuel low. I think we have plenty of fuel. I'm not too worried about that. We've got the, we got everything working on overtime, trying to give us some fuel. All right, let's get back up. Maybe we got a little bit too much weight on this thing. 31,000 might have been a little bit over ambitious. But, oh, we're only rocking one forward thruster now. Okay. Well, we got to keep that in mind then. On our way back home, and, oh, we got magnesium right under us. Oh, probably from a meteor, so that's not too important. We're going to have to go over this tree because I'm having trouble kind of steering around things right now. Why am I having trouble steering, actually? That's a good question. We've got that. Oh, because we got a broken... Okay. Real quick. There we go. That might help us out a little bit. See? All right. Let's get back to base, and we'll have all this iron, and we should be able to fix up our mining ship for the, what, the third time today? That's insane. We need to either A, design a better mining ship that doesn't keep on flipping over and stuff, or B, I don't know. Be more careful on mining. Oh god, I tapped down again. Oh, okay. That was a bad plan. Okay, let's get in front of this thing. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get in front here, and then we're gonna tap down just a little bit, just so we can start going down a little bit. Ugh. Okay. Looking pretty solid. Oops, a little bit of lag there. And we are even with it. Let's. Oh, no, we're not. There we go. And we are good. Whew! Boom. Press number 9 so you start recharging. Oh, okay, I can't press number 9 because our batteries were broken, so we completely lost that ability to do that. But that's okay. I think it's going to be fine. This is running out of power, and you have like no power. Okay, well that's not great, but we finally did get back, which means that we should be getting tons of iron in here. Let's make sure that is the priority. It is, because everything else was mined. Awesome. Everything else was set. Okay, well then what's the next plan for us, or what's the next thing for us to do? Oh, one other thing we did in the stream that I forgot to mention as well is we loaded this thing chock full of batteries. So if you remember last time when we tried to hover this thing, it was very difficult because we didn't have batteries everywhere. We only had 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ship. Well, now we have more. So if we go to the other side, actually this one was one that we never completed, but we have another battery right here. Then we have another battery right here, here, and here. So we got 4 batteries plus the original 4 plus this one right here that's not complete. So we should have plenty of batteries here. The next thing, ooh, I forgot about you. Dang, we need to repair this. But the next thing that we need to think about doing, or at least one thing that we have to think about doing in the near future, is getting ourselves a reactor. And not that small reactor that we had. I'm talking like a big reactor. But where are we going to put it? Well, I decided that this was probably a good place to put it, kind of right here. And I think that might still be a good place to put it. I don't really know anywhere else we could stick it, unless we tried to, but it wouldn't fit down here. But this would be a really good spot to put it, if we could. But unfortunately, it is not an option. So I think what we might do then is raise this up 1 level so that it's up there. And then we'll have room to put the reactor down here. So then we might have 2 reactors, one on this side and one on that side, which would power the ship. And these are gigantic reactors, not small reactors. So I think that's a pretty good idea. Other than that, let's get some atmospheric thrusters pointing in some different directions here really quickly. Because I just thought it'd be, I think it'd be a good idea to try and get this thing able to hover properly, because currently when it hovers it starts going in every which direction and it's weird. But I think we can get this thing to hover properly. I'm thinking this might be a good place for a thruster, not a big one but a small one. If we can like stick it out like this or something, that might be pretty good. But I'm not sure. I'm not too sure about that. Or maybe if we can put something in the middle right here and then we can have it kind of in one more a little bit. So then it won't be actually sticking out, but it will be usable. So if we do something like this, just put that there. Let's do another one on the other side. Don't worry that it's not the same color. It'll be fine. You won't die. Stick that right there. And we'll just stick thrusters in there. I think that might be a good idea. So let's try that. Let's press 3, and let's try and, oops, wrong way. Stick a thruster kind of like that, pointed out. See what we need for this. Okay, we'll go and get the other one and see what we need for that one. 3. Kind of turn this around a little bit. Oh, we don't have the steel plates. Okay, well, let's real quick go back to our base, and we'll grab some steel plates. This thing is huge, this giant monstrosity, this hangar. But I think once we have the hangar done, by the way, it'll be really good because we can get the ship to be in there, and then once we're at our home base, it'll be a very quick trip to try and go down to there. And furthermore, we can even have a chest down there that's kind of connected to these ones up here, so that we can grab stuff immediately from down there. We don't have to worry too much about anything else. Okay, I know we're going to need a lot of steel plates, so steel plates. We're going to grab pretty much everything we can. We're going to grab some motors. That's definitely not enough, but I don't know if we have any more. Oh, we do. There we go. Grab some more steel plates, some more construction components. Actually, I don't think we need the construction components, but let's stick these in here because they'll be sucked up by the reactor anyway. Production, let's get ourselves a bunch of motors. I think we're going to need at least 2,000 more. So let's get a bunch of those, and then we should be good for placing this. How many episodes out do you guys think we are to actually launching this thing and going into space? I don't know. We need construction components, large steel tubes, metal grids, and motors. Okay. Okay, all you need is a bunch of motors. What about you? All you need is a bunch of motors. Awesome. So we're making 2,000, which means once we go back to home base, we should have quite a few waiting for us back here. Since they make kind of quickly, because we have the assemblers in cooperative mode. In fact, I wonder if we can make another assembler and put that one in cooperative mode as well to make things super fast. That might not be a bad idea. All right, there we go. That is now completely done, the atmospheric thrusters. Well, that one at least. And then we have another one that's going to be done in a second. Okay, now we should have the ability for the ship to kind of hover in place a little bit. What we need now are some back-facing, some rear-facing thrusters, let's say. So I don't know where we want to put those. But we could put them... See, we have these already. We're probably going to... Well, I don't know. I might move this so that it's in the middle. So that we only have one of these. I think that's not a bad idea because... remember, the hydrogen thrusters are emergency thrusters. They're or escape thrusters. So their whole goal is to either A, be to stop the ship if everything else fails. Or B... they will be escape thrusters to let us escape from the atmosphere. So essentially we'll just kind of launch and fly up. So we don't need too many of these things. So I think one here would be good. And then we'd stick maybe some ion thrusters up top and maybe some atmospheric thrusters on the bottom or something like that. That might not be a bad idea. So what we're going to do, okay, that's fallen, but we're going to hope that doesn't hit us. That looks very... Another one just flew past us, jeez. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to do something like this. We'll color all this stuff red once it's done, by the way, so don't worry about that. Then we're going to stick a thruster on here, and we'll do the same thing on the other side as well. Make sure all this stuff is nice and fixed so that it allows us to place blocks. We'll do something like that. And then that will be the area for the thruster. Our inventory's full, but once we start placing these, I think we should be good. Okay. Next thing we want to do, probably something like this. I'm thinking if we do this right here, if we get one of these and kind of face it like that, and then the same thing on the other side, like this, then we could do, oops, that's weird, like this. Yeah, and then the thrusters would be right here, 1, 2, just 2 small thrusters I think would be a good thing. So if we press number 3, and we might eventually change these out for big thrusters, but I think for now the small thrusters are going to work fine. So stick 2 right there, and we'll stick 2 right here as well. So we only need to fix up, I think, probably 2 of these will be fine. Let's grab all this stuff that we weren't able to grab earlier from off the ground so that it doesn't rot or whatever happens to it. I don't know, decay. Okay, we've got 3 of our 4 thrusters built over here. Then we've got those ones keeping the ship up, and we've got the ones keeping the ship kind of even here. We should be able to hover at this point, so let's try it out. We're going to try and hover and not move left and right, because before what was happening is we'd try to hover and we'd immediately start moving left and right and bad things would happen. Hopefully we haven't become too heavy to actually hold the ship, but I don't think we have, so I think we're going to be good. Let's press P and go up. Now there's always a bit of... Oh, okay. We're going to need a lot more gyroscopes than we have currently. But this thing is hovering, and it's not moving backwards. It's actually being able to be supported that way. But it is hovering. We're crashing something. We're hitting something. Ship fuel's low. I think we're good, though. Were we hitting on the ground? Or... That's one thing with this ship. There's always some weird ship sounds whenever I move and stuff like that, which I think are kind of weird. You hear that? What is that sound? So those 2 back thrusters right there are hardly enough to move the ship. And actually, I don't have any front-facing thrusters, so that's not good either. But, oh, you know what? I bet you that ship right there that's got its landing gears is what's causing the weird sounds. Okay, well, we're finally hovering, so that's definitely good. The ship's a bit slow. Well, to go up, it's actually, it goes pretty fast, so that's pretty good. See, like that. But as far as forward goes, it's having a lot of trouble. So I think we're going to need some big atmospheric thrusters in the back right there. But other than that, I think we are pretty good. So let's lower this thing back down to the ground. We're going to use our landing gear. We only have 1. Isn't that sound very alarming? Like, what is that? If any of you guys know, please post it in the comments, because I've been hearing that sound for a while, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. Just sounds like the grinding of weird parts or something. So there's our landing gear locked. We're no longer touching the ground, which is really good. But like I said, my guess is that it's this thing. This thing is making weird grinding sounds when it's touching it or something. I don't know. But finally this thing is able to hover and not move, which is really good, because that means once we finally have this whole base kind of shelled out a little bit, we'll be able to put a floor in here and then put that thing in there. So you know what I think I'm going to do? Is I think I'm going to end the episode there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, off camera, I'm going to try and work on this quite a bit. And then I'll come back. So like I was saying before, I think the best plan here would be to do something like, if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe, or maybe 6. Let's do 6. So we go 6 right here. So right here is where the floor would be. So if you imagine like all that, like a big plane right there, that's where the floor will be. So that's where that ship is going to land. It's going to sit on top of this, pretty much. That's going to be the main hangar bay. But then as well, down here, where we have plenty of room over here, there are going to be like different little rooms, different little hangar bays. And that's where we'll have like smaller ships and that sort of thing. And what we're going to do as well is we're going to have small little, or like a little ramp. Like if you can imagine this. Let's try and, oops, that's the wrong piece right there. If you can imagine this right here. So let me just give you like a basic little outline here. So we've got that right there. Then let's go back to the normal piece. Like that, okay. So it would be like this right here. And then this would be the floor of the bottom part. So there'd be like little ships, like little cars if we have them, would be able to kind of come out here and then drive up to the main hangar bay if they want to, and then drive around to the main hangar bay, or they could like drive back down, go to their hangar, and that sort of thing. So that's kind of how I plan it happening, but I think that's going to be a lot less steep. It's going to be using ramps instead of this this piece right here, this slope piece. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll work on that a little bit. In the next episode, I should have quite a bit done so that we can actually, hopefully we can actually get that thing landed in here. So let's try and go for that. So if you guys like this episode, hit that like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comments section. I'll see you guys in episode number 18.